everybody, and welcome to Lawdog Sports and the Western Oklahoma Sports Night podcast. Talking Western Oklahoma sports with you here on the channel. And it's basketball season, and there's not much else to say besides there are just a ton of games. And if you know me, you know who I'm associated with. It's the Weatherford Eagles, boys and girls basketball teams, and we have basketball going on. Football wrapped up a lot earlier than we had hoped, but man, basketball kicked it right in gear. And one of the players that I have covered now and called his game since he was a freshman is Ethan Sage, brother of Tate and co-brother of C.J. Nixon, co-brother of Jackson Smith and Nate Rareman. They're all a band of brothers, but I've called this young man's games, and he has a announcement he made earlier in the week. Ethan, thanks for joining me here on the Western Oklahoma Sports Night podcast. You committed to a college finally. I know there were a lot of suitors looking at you and looking after you, but where will you decide to play at the next level?
Yeah, so I decided to commit to Pittsburg State in Pittsburg, Kansas. So, yeah, I like you said, I had a lot of options, but a lot of great options, but Pitt State's where I'm headed.
Well, that's awesome. You'll be a gorilla, and hanging from the rims is kind of your thing too. You've been kind of the you and Tate have gotten some big jams this season, but from where you guys were as freshmen, you really you've upped your game on all three levels, and it's been really fun to watch. But I know Pittsburg State's going to get a great one. You mentioned that their coach is a former Jayhawk.
Sure, yeah.
And he's who?
Jeff Boshi, yeah.
Okay. I remember him a little bit, I guess. There would be big games between OU and Kansas, but you had mentioned that he was a point guard for, I guess that was Roy Williams back then, if it was mid-2000s. I think that was before Bill Self took over. But Jayhawks and Kansas basketball is a big thing. So what is it about Pittsburg State that drew you to the Gorillas?
It was just kind of unique for me. Whenever I went on my visit, I just had like a great time. I have a really good connection with the coaches and all the players. There was a kid from Weatherford that went to Pittsburg State, and also I have a buddy up there that went to Pittsburg State. So just advice for him, and I really think that'd be a great place for me.
Yeah, who's the other kid from Weatherford that went there?
Gage Stiegel. He went there.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you meant basketball. Yes, I do remember the offensive lineman Gage Stiegel signing with Pittsburg State. So so you got a connection there, and then also you play for Rogue in the summertime, and I know that when you guys are playing in your league games, seems like social media really puts a lot out there for you guys to showcase yourself. Did that kind of help with you getting noticed and being recruited?
Oh yeah, the exposure is definitely like one of the best things out there with the circuit and all the cameras and all the stuff that goes on. But Pittsburg State was always there for literally every single game. 7 a.m. or 9 p.m. they were sitting there front row, just like every single AAU game, no matter where it was. I think they were there every single game. So yeah, that means a lot.
That's cool. You as a player and other players, what does that mean to you when you see that a school has true interest? They're not just kind of throwing you something to see if they can get you to go there instead of somewhere else or whatever. They actually are wanting you there.
Yeah, that was a big thing in my decision is I want to go somewhere where I'm truly wanted. Just seeing them, their dedication and just flying all over the country to watch us play. It just means a lot just seeing them down there every single game.
For sure. Pittsburg State, as we mentioned, Gage Stiegel's there playing football. They are a big football school. Are they also kind of in a big position? And I know they're in the MIAA in Division II, but is basketball kind of a big thing there too?
Yeah. Their community supports them really well. They really support all the sports really well. Basketball is a big thing, and I know the incoming freshman class, the signees, including me, they're really high level basketball players. So it's a really good recruiting class coming in.
And then playing Division II, and I'm sure you had some Division I offers, but playing Division II, what does that mean to you as far as like finding your space?
Yeah. So I talked to my parents, and we really try not to get caught up in the Division I, Division II level, because really college basketball is college basketball. So I just had to pick the right fit for me. and I believe that's still division. If it's Division II, it's really high level to college basketball.
Yeah.
So
Well, and you play a really high level of basketball as well, and I really do brag on you a lot. And to me, you're kind of the glue that has been there for this Weatherford Eagles team through the time that you do there. You do so much on the court, but you know it's one of those situations where I looked at your starting lineup this season. And I was telling a friend, I said, you know, if you had to split the five of them up and send them to a Class A or 2A school somewhere in Western Oklahoma, you'd probably have 4 or 5 teams meeting in the state tournament if only one of you was on each team, and that's the luxury we have at Weatherford. But you know, what was the conversation between you and your brother Tate as far as like what you guys wanted to do at the next level?
yeah, well, because it came to a true point where we actually had to decide if we wanted to split up or stay together. We always just kind of brushed it off, saying, "Oh, the time will come whenever we have to decide." So, I don't know. We both just really chose we narrowed it down to our best options. Like it'd be nice to stay playing together, but you know, our best fit is what's best for us. So,
For sure, and it's probably a situation where you know it when you see it, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Well, and that's really exciting for you. And I know Pittsburg State's getting a great player. We're visiting with Ethan Sage, a power forward for the Weatherford Eagles. You can also play strong, strong guard and ball handling skills are something that aren't foreign to you. So, what is it that you've developed during your high school years that you felt really kind of prepared you for your next step?
yeah. So freshman year, I was really just kind of a role player, and every single year, I think I worked my way up that scale. Just every summer, just putting in work and like developing my 3-point shot has been a big deal for me these past summers. So I've been working on that and just trying to complete my game, to be an all around player.
You really are. And like I said, it seems like when you guys go into that 1-3-1 trap at the half court, you're always at the point. Sometimes seems like Nate did some last year, but a lot of times it's you. But I know in the man last season's team, when you guys were in a man, Nate would be out on the wing a lot, Nate Rareman. But you're out there on that point, on that 1-3-1 half court trap. And it's amazing to see players think that they can kind of get a bounce pass past you, and those long arms of yours reach down and knock it away. But you guys are undefeated right now on the high school level, and really played a tough schedule here this last weekend at the Sick of Sickle Cell Foundation Showcase. Tough one last night against Lawton. Are you a little sore today?
Not really. I mean, yeah, not really, just a little bit.
Yeah, they played hard. You guys played hard. It was really a good game. Do you feel like games like that kind of prepare you guys for a playoff run?
Oh yeah. It would have been nicer to play a game like that later in the season for playoffs, but toughening up our schedule is always good. So I'm glad we got to play a team like that.
High school wise, you guys have a big one coming up as well the day after Christmas, as you'll be going to Tulsa to the BOK Center to play in the, I think, 59th annual or maybe 60th annual Tournament of Champions, and you draw the Dell Pirates straight out the gate. Still a quality team, even without Dayton Forsyth. But how are you looking forward to playing in the TOC?
Man, the TOC is always one of the best times of the year. Some of my favorite memories. But Dale is a really good team, very well coached. I played with one of their point guards, so he was on road with me this summer. So they're going to be a really good team. We're going to have to play well, but just looking forward to it.
Yeah, and just a lot of competition upcoming, and then you'll start Western Athletic Conference play back into it after the new year. But it can be a grind. But what is it you guys as a team look at, going down the stretch and saying, this is what we got to do? Because I know you are a senior leader.
Yeah. So I mean, just sticking to our principles, we know that defense is a good key for us. I know we have what a lot of people don't. I know we blocked a lot of shots last night. So I mean, we have offensive threats, and we just need to work on our rebounding and defending, and like I said, stick to our principles.
A little few too many turnovers last night.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't critical, I promise. No, I'm joking. Well, and that's the great thing about coming out of a tough game with a victory is you win and you don't have to worry about a loss, but you can also go back and watch tape and see where you need to improve and things like that. But you guys are just so great to call and so great to watch, and it's just been a big period in Weatherford basketball. Talk about what that means to you and your family as Weatherford has just really had unparalleled success in basketball during you guys' tenure.
Yeah, so growing up, I always, watched my sister. She was a good basketball player. Went and played at Arkansas. So, I mean, that's just always been our dream since we were little. Little league, we were just thinking wherever we in high school, like we're gonna be good. Like we committed to basketball real early, and we knew that's what we wanted to do because we enjoy it. So we've been working at it since we've been real young, and so yeah, it's always just been a dream to go get that gold ball.
Yeah. And we're going to do it this year. I believe that. So, looking at your future college career, education wise, what is it you think you'll kind of delve into at Pittsburg State?
I think I'm gonna start out majoring in business. So
Yeah.
yeah, for that.
Yeah, that'll be great. And, like I said, now Pittsburg, Kansas, is it close to Lawrence or is it close to Kansas City? Where's it at in Kansas?
So it's like 25 minutes north of Joplin. Very
Oh, okay. Okay.
so it's about 4.5 hours from here. Not a bad drive.
Yeah.
So
Okay. I grew up in the northeast part of Oklahoma, and I knew Labette and Chanute and some of those college. There was a junior college that was big in wrestling, I think, at Labette, but I guess I never paid attention to where Pittsburgh was. So that kind of sounded kind of dumb on that one. But yeah, that's not too bad of a drive. And, it's not the desolate part of Kansas either. So you'll have some, some adjacency to Tulsa or Kansas City and things like that around there. But I know you're going to go up there and just focus on basketball because that's work ethic has been your thing that I've seen in your 4 seasons with Weatherford. Who do you glean that from? Where'd your work ethic come from?
I probably say just definitely my family. Just seeing my dad how hard he works, and I can see my sisters and my mom. They all just work so hard, so it just kind of runs in the family.
Yeah, you guys got a great family as well, and it's really been a joy, interacting with you guys and you and Tate and your family. So going to Pittsburg State, MIAA, they've got some pretty competitive teams up there in that conference. I know that when the GAC, which is SWASU, and they meet up, it can really get tough. But what's the probability, or will you be hoping for a chance to play a crossover game against SWASU sometime?
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but that would be fun getting to play against an old teammate too, Nate Rehrman. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but that would be fun.
We'll try to make that happen. So,
Yeah,
anyways, well, looking forward and just reflecting on your time here. I tell you, with your brother Tate, now you both committing to play basketball at the next level, and CJ committing to play play college football. I guess we're just kind of waiting on Walker Kennedy now to decide what he's going to do. But it's amazing to think that my first foray into play-by-play would consist of, because CJ could go play college basketball if he wanted to, or if he wasn't so highly sought after as a football player. But it's just amazing to think that 4 or 5 guys I will have called their games will all go play college sports and at the higher level. So it's just an amazing thing, and we're so happy for you.
yeah. Thank you.
Well, and so a couple of little questions I want to ask you before we get you out of here. Visiting with Ethan Sage of Weatherford basketball, recent commit to Pittsburg State to play at the next level. What do you do on your off time? If you guys aren't playing with Rogue basketball, or you're not practicing with Coach Bull and the Weatherford Eagles, what do you guys do? What do you do? What do you like to do on your off time?
Yeah. So I mean, basketball kind of is our life. So I mean, a lot of times in my free time, I like to go to the gym. But if I'm not doing that, it's probably play the video game a little bit or just hang out with some of my buddies.
Sure. And if you guys get out to go get something to eat, a little something to eat, what's your favorite choice?
Oh, I probably had to say Waterburger. I had it a couple nights ago, and it was pretty good.
Water with cheese or a steak burger or what?
Oh, I get a patty melt.
Patty Mountain. That's a solid choice. Yeah. Who's a teammate that's not your brother or CJ that you've played with for the last several years that you'll miss playing with?
Yeah, definitely my young and Jackson Smith. He's been playing with us all a lot. Even though growing up we played up with Nate. I mean, he's just been with us the whole process. Even every sport, basketball, flag football, baseball. We've been right with each other the whole time.
So he's going to be carrying the banner next season for Weatherford Eagle basketball and a few others. But other sport you would be playing if you hadn't focused on basketball?
Mm. I'd probably have to say golf because I still play golf in the spring. So
Yeah. You guys made it to state, 2 seasons ago, I think, or was
yeah,
that Tate?
last year.
Okay, you went last year. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I think I'd gotten out of sports by that time, but covering sports. But yeah, so that's always good. Do they have some good golf courses around Pittsburgh?
That's what I've heard. I know a lot of the guys on the team play a lot of golf. So
There you go. That's a
yeah,
lot of fun. Well, I tell you, I'm so excited for you guys, and I hope you realize how much it's meant to me as a play-by-play announcer to have high caliber athletes like you and the other guys on the squad. And it's just been so much fun, and I'll definitely make a point. I've already got Drake followed on my Twitter feed now, and I'm keeping up with them. I'll have to add Pittsburg State now and things like that. So, but looking forward to finishing out this season with you, and then also watching you as you head off to play college ball.
yeah. Thank you for having me.
No problem. He's Ethan Sage, Weatherford Eagle for now, Pittsburg State Gorilla in the future, as he is committed to go play for Coach Jeff Boschee and the Gorillas in Pittsburgh. And it's going to be and here's the thing. I can't say, I can't go without saying that Pittsburg State's getting a heck of a player. I mean, they should be really thrilled that they were able to sign you or, get you to commit and that you're coming there, because I can see you going in and helping out a program immediately. So anyway, looking forward to that. Ethan, take care, buddy. We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. He's Ethan Sage, Weatherford Eagles basketball for now. And we appreciate him stopping by here on Western Oklahoma Sports Night. Be sure and follow us at Lawdog Sports on Facebook, Twitter, X, and Instagram. You can listen to this episode at your convenience on SoundCloud, Spotify, Amazon, or Apple Podcasts. It'll also be on our YouTube channel. You can get to links, all of those platforms, at our website, lawdogsports.com. Be safe out there. Don't text and drive, and sure don't drink and drive. And we'll talk to you real soon.